Nice poses for all of us to do. Ease and quietness. Yoga inside. Yeah, we're doing enough looking outside, enough exteriorizing. So maybe for this hour, we can actually try and look inside. So don't shy away from closing your eyes. Once you know what the pose is, and some of you have been with me for a while, if you already are happy with the pose, then just close your eyes and do it, internalize it. So let's close our eyes or just simply unfocus them ahead of us. Try and see if you can have your spine stacked. Yeah, and by that I mean, and the first use of the block will be to avoid me doing this and falling back. Yeah, so I lift my butt, put the block. This way I've got my hips just above the knees at the same level, and that gives me the position of a stacked spine. Close our eyes. Become aware of our breathing or our heartbeat, whatever we find, or the point between the eyebrows, whatever actually helps you best. Maybe we can also either, I like to start the class by extending out some help or strength or support, and especially today, this weekend, maybe we can send out support, strength, love, and comprehension or understanding to a place in the world where there is a lot of grief and hate and suffering at this moment in time. May they understand each other, may they somehow, bury their hatred, or you can just dedicate it to anything or anything that you would like to. And then with that done, we can open our eyes and we can start by just, as usual, just bringing the arms up as we breathe in, and we're just going to stretch our shoulders. Maybe this time we can loosen up our neck, breathe in, maybe just a gentle arms up, stretch the shoulders up towards the sky, not towards the ears. And then we breathe out and we start emptying the lungs, bring the arms down and really emptying the lungs, maybe to the max. Empty, empty, empty. Breathing is also an exercise. Breathing in, filling up the lungs. Stretching the arms up as we continue filling. And then we breathe out, take our arms down, palms facing down, and we empty the lungs to the head, to the max. Breathing in, last time, filling up the lungs, arms up. Release the right arm down as you breathe out, keep the left arm up. When we finish the breath, we continue breathing and just stretch both arms away from each other. Loosen up the neck. Just continue normal breathing now as you push your right hand down and your left arm up. Feel that lovely asymmetrical stretch of the shoulders. And then as we breathe out, we take the left arm down and the right arm up. Breathe in, stretch both arms away from each other. And then breathe out and continue stretching. Continue breathing, continue stretching. And then release the right arm down as you breathe out and empty the lungs. Okay, go to normal breathing. Now we're going to do a little bit of our funky move here, which is hands slightly clasped above our heads. And then we're just going to draw a halo, a saintly halo above our heads. Yeah, so this is just a way of actually flossing our shoulders. If you notice, I'm not moving my chest. Yeah, it's just shoulders. So I'm just drawing a halo above my head. It used to be called the funky move, but now I've renamed it. They draw a halo over your head. Release the neck and just continue drawing this halo above the head. We're all very saintly today, and no moving of the shoulders, just the no moving of the chest, just the shoulders. Change the rotation. Now I'm going to go right back, left front, right back, left front. Another couple of times. Try and be using the shoulders and not the chest. And then we release the arms down. Little bend to the left hand on the left side. Breathe out as we take the right arm over the right ear and we bend to the left. Breathing in, arms up. Right hand, right side, bend to the right. I've got a mouse on my mat. Really deep as you breathe out. Breathe in, arms up. We're also exercising the breath. Remember, nice deep breaths, breathe out left side, are also part of our healthy lifestyle. Expanding the breathing, the lungs, maximum capacity, breathing in, arms up. We generally breathe about 20% or something of the volume of the full volume of capacity. So if we now do it for longer, breathing in, arms up. We go nice and deep, we're going to expand that capacity. Breathing in, arms up. Right hand, left knee, and we twist to the left. Again, breathing out, and as you breathe out, you go deeper into the twist. Breathe in, arms up. Left hand, right knee, twist to the right. Second time, both sides. Breathe in, arms up. Right hand, left knee, and we twist to the left. Breathe in, arms up. Left hand, right knee, and we twist to the right. Breathe in, arms up. And hands on knees. Okay, so that's a nice little warm-up of the spine. Let's get off the block, the brick. And we're gonna go on all fours. We're gonna do start with just a nice puppy pose. Puppy pose is hips over knees, and then we start extending our hands forward and getting the, maybe initially forehead to the ground, still hips over knees. Start with maybe just here, maybe elbows down, maybe forehead down. This is a multi-layered class here, so everybody should be able to be on their level. If you go the forehead, then you can try the nose, you can try the chin, and then I've seen some ladies in the studios putting the chest on the ground. I can't, but everybody is different. So this is puppy pose, just stretching opening the chest, opening the shoulders. Then also raise the elbows. Just go on your fingertips, and that has a deeper stretch of the shoulders. Counting to 5, 4. Feel the stretch. I hope we're going inside, closing our eyes. Feel what you're stretching. Is it the chest, pectorals? Is it your shoulders? Is it the triceps? Just feel what you're stretching. 2 and 1. I'm going to release the elbows. If you didn't have them released, release the elbows. And then pushing with your hands. So you're not pulling with your spine, will come back up. Now we're going to go 45 degrees or 30 degrees, whatever feels nice for you, to the left side. And then we're going to do a similar, obviously it's not going to be the same because we're now twisted, but a similar position this way. So now we're going to do a lovely stretch twist of the spine here again. Forehead to the ground, nose, chin, whatever your body allows you. And we should have a deeper stretch on the right side at the same time as we're doing deep opening of the chest. 3, 2, 1. Hands down, elbows down, and then pushing with the hands. And we go to the other side, 45 degrees, 30 degrees. I've got a wall there, so I always have to do a funny variation here. So I'm going to go to the right side, and again, either on the fingertips or on the palms. Yeah, just do what feels good for you, and then we just stretch. The same puppy pose, hips over knees, and opening the chest, opening the shoulders, twisting bending the spine. 3, 2. Go a little bit deeper. Maybe if you had your forehead, put your nose. If you got your nose, put your mouth. If you got your mouth, put your chest. And then release, hands down, and then pushing with the hands. Good. Let's sit on our heels. When I say sit on our heels, some people might find that's not very natural. So you could have your block here and sit on the block or two blocks. And then just maybe loosen out the shoulders. If you've been really stretching the shoulders, you would feel already the pulls. Okay, let's do some wrist and toe work. So we're going to tuck our toes and then move our knees back so they're actually nicely stretched there. Hands nice, broadly planted on the ground. Yeah, if you can try and get what I call elephant hands. Yeah, the whole hand on the ground, wrist, knuckles, and fingers. And then just, you need to adjust this to go forward and stretch the wrists back and stretch the toes, yeah, or bend the toes. Let's just do that a few times. Forward, back. So this is just wrist and toes. When you're doing the wrist, then again, check you got your knuckles nicely stuck on the ground, your fingers. You could do a lot of computer work like some of us do, or other manual work, and the wrists don't get enough of this stretch. One more time forward, one more time back. Come back to the middle. Face the fingers to your knees. If this is too much for your wrist, then you can go sideways, yeah? So fingers facing the knees, and then we do that again. This time let's allow, when we go back, we can allow the palms to lift. Nice, lovely work on the wrists there, here. And a little bit on the toes. You know, the toes, we normally work them harder, but we will do that now when we come to rest. 2 more times. Well, let's okay, let's release one hand. Everything very gentle, the other hand. And then we're going to take a little break, but this time the break is going to be on our toes. So let's just tuck them nice in and then put weight on it, either here, or the full weight. Yeah, this is nice work on the toes. Maybe you can check your little pinkies also working and not skipping the exercise. And then we can just loosen up the wrists. Okay, we're gonna do, you can stay on your toes while you listen, or you can come off. We're gonna do a little bit of push-ups, triceps, yeah, maybe we do a lot of biceps and we'll think we got nice big bicep, but the triceps don't get a lot of work. So let's just do 3 variations, and you slot where your body tells you, where your body allows you. We'll start with the basic one. Well, first of all, let's see if we know what what a push-up is. Yeah, what do you think we're going to be working when we do the push-up? Let's do a half, well, not half, just put weight on one bent arm here, and then feel your biceps here. Oh, that's very floppy, it's not doing much work. And now feel your tricep. Oh, that's very hard. See, it's just very, very easy way of knowing what we're working here. Yeah, push-ups is tricep. Yeah, this is all floppy, this is hard. Yeah, so first version, now that we got our wrists nice and strong or loose, we're going to keep our knees. We're going to do push-ups on the knees. Yeah, most of the class here is attended by ladies, and they just by nature tend to have less strength on their biceps, on their arms. So let's just do it. Everybody start with on the knees, and then we're going to try and do this push-up yoga push-up, which is forward, touch the nose, and come up again. So we're not going to do the sort of manly push-up with the elbows coming out. We're going to take the elbows towards the knees, go forward, touch the nose. Well, let's do that 3 times. Breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. Last time or 3rd time. Right, we can take a rest, or some of you may want to continue there. It's your own challenge. Put the mic moving around here. Right, variation 2. was my variation 2 was going to be from here. We're going to go, obviously it's going to be a full from plank. Yes, we're going to go from the feet now, going to be touching the ground. We're going to lift the knees up, go down, push up, and knees down. Yeah, this is the middle variation. So we're going to only release the knees when we're halfway down, touch the ground, come up, and push the knees. Yeah, so this is like a semi. You could be doing still the first one, but we're going to do this one. Nose down, pushing up, knees down. Let's do 2 more. I think we're feeling strong tonight, yes? Last time. And we take a little break. And then the last variation is going to be full push-up, which each one, you know, to your own. I used to be able to do 20, now I cannot do 20. But we need to try and keep the body at least strong. Okay, so now we're going to go either variation 1, variation 2, or just straight from a plank. But let's try and do it yogi. Yes, so his elbows down, head forward, and back. Yeah, let's do that 5 times. And the last one. Knees down. And there is a push-up. Okay, so this seems like a, you know, sort of gym type of stuff, but yoga also is about strength. And strength, you know, the bones love strength work. Okay, so let's just loosen up the arms. We're going to go to side planks now, and then we'll get off our wrists. So we said this before, we're going to do some side planks. If your wrists are already complaining too much, you can do it on your elbows. So side plank, yeah, this time, we can do a few variations. The first thing is I would avoid having the arm right above the wrist. Some people do it that way, but I just find it's too demanding on the shoulder. And then we can actually start here by taking half of the weight of your knee on this knee, or if you've already done enough planks with me or on your own, then we can take the full weight out. You can stack the feet. You might not be able to see because of that block, or you can put one in front of the other. And then from there, just stretch. The key here is to keep that arm really strong. If the arm is collapsing, then you should use the knee to take some of the weight. Push the arms away from each other. 5, 4, 3, slower counting 2, slower counting 1. Knee down and release that side. We're going to the other side. Again, the hand outside my shoulder, stacking the feet, or with the knee down, right arm up. We're now doing so much work on that shoulder. It's really good to make the shoulders strong. And the wrist and the elbow, but mainly the shoulder. Pushing the arms away from each other. 5, 4. Try and open the chest, open the shoulder, so you're actually working against the gravity. 2. Reach the ceiling. 1. Knee down and release. A little rest here. A little hair flowing in my eyes. Maybe you can wiggle your wrists or your shoulders. On the second variation, and then we're off the ground. Second variation, we're going to do a rock star, yeah? So we're going to go from our side plank. Take the top leg behind, keeping now that leg straight, and then imagine your pubis lifting up and the left arm going back, and then just enjoy that rock star moment. Just hear the crowd clapping and whistling and the lights going. And then when all the noise winds down, we take the hips a little bit further up, shoulders open, and then we come back down, arms down, knee down, and we do the other side. So the last rock star pose for the day. So we start left hand down, from plank, top leg goes behind, keeping that leg nice and strong. We're going to lift the pubis up, open the shoulders, look back, close your eyes, and just hear the crowd wailing. Lift the hips up, shoulders open, 3, up, shoulders open, 2, and 1. Hands down, knee down, and we're done. Great stuff. Actually, we're not off the ground, but we're not going to be on our arms anymore. Let's do one lovely exercise we did a few weeks back, which was the leading to the splits, yeah? So we're going to go from, going to be on our knees for a little while. So if you want to, we're going to have the right knee down, left foot up. And if you want to pad this knee, you can use a blanket or just double the mat. And then from there, I'm going to lean forward to start opening the right quad, stretching the right quad there. Flexors, psoas, this side, yeah? This quad. Stretch is going to lead us nicely into a split, yeah? So imagine that you're doing like a half a split here. And then we're going to go back, run a stretch to stretch the back side of the left leg, which is the other half of the split. So we're going to do splits in 2 parts. Run a stretch, calf, hamstring, leaning into it. Now we're going to go forward, and this time we're going to move our foot like a foot forward. And then we're going to do the same again. Stretch that back, hamstring, flexors, psoas. So you can see where this is leading. Yeah, nice splits here. Your arms, you could be on your knee, or you could have your arms down. You could have your 2 blocks. Back blocks are good. Stretch. Feel your right quad stretching there. 3, 2, 1. Then we're going to go back from here and just do a very long runner stretch, which means we leave the foot where it is and just stretch the leg, lean into it. And while we're doing that, I'm going to get my other block, because I do like doing this one with the 2 blocks. And then from there, we go back. Now we're going to go back to the full splits, yeah? So I'm going to remove the mat, because I've got ceramic floor, so I'm going to just slide my foot forward. You find your way, whether you slide your foot or you walk it forward, and we're now on splits, yeah? Your splits, not my splits. And lean into it. If you got blocks, it's really nice because you can actually leave your torso up as you continue going into that splits. 5, 4, 3, lean into it, maybe stretch a little bit further. 2. And now if you want, for the last yoga masochism, just lean into that front leg. And 1. Pushing with your arms, bringing that heel towards your hip, and that's how we come out of it, yeah? So we come out by pulling into the center. Now we do the other side. So my left knee is going to be down. I'm going to be padding it with a double mat, and I'm going to just start with just leaning into this knee position, where we find that we're stretching this part of the body, yeah? The quad, and flexors here, and then deep inside, use a nice muscle called the psoas. Just see if you can go into it and stretch them all. Every out breath, we can go a little bit deeper. And then we come back and we do the other half of the splits by going into a runner's lunge and just stretch now. Calf, hamstring, leaning into it. 3 breaths, going deeper every time. Going forward. You know what, I'm going to move slightly back. Move your foot 1 step or 1 foot ahead. So it'll be about here. And then now we go forward lunge again. Leaning into getting your hip towards the ground, your groin towards the ground. 3, 2, 1, and then leaning back, a long runner stretch. Leaning into it, feel the stretch of the back of that right leg. And then the final step is we're going to walk our heel forward to the full splits. So I have the advantage of being able to slide, and you find what your floor allows you to do. So I'm sliding forward, putting the weight on my blocks, and then just lean into it. Let's count to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. For those who want the extra, lean into that front leg. And come out by pulling your hip so that you bring your heel towards that hip. And that's our split for today, yeah? So see what you want to do there. Maybe loosen up the hips. And we come up. I'm going to have 1 block on each side because I do tend to need them. Normally we need them one at a time to do support, yeah? What we're going to do today now is just a nice side angle stretch. So open your legs in a forward lunge this way. Right hand inside the right foot, maybe hand on block or on the floor, and then from there you can also put your fist, and then from there with the elbow kind of gently pushing the knee out, open the chest to the side. Side angle here, and then the idea here is to open the chest, bring that chest out, left arm up, right hand down, right elbow pushing the neck is actually loose. Counting to 5, 4, 3, leaning into it maybe, 2, 1, release everything to the middle, and we do the other side. Forward lunge to the left side. I'm going to put the block on the inside of my left foot, and there I'm going to put my fist just because it feels nice and natural. Elbow pushing knee, open the chest, and then open everything. 5, hands away from each other. 4, knee, elbow pushing knee. 3, opening the chest. 2, and release. And now a variation with strength, yeah? This one might feel, what we're going to do is just simply stretch forward. If this is too hard on your lower back, then you can keep one elbow there, yeah? But if not, just reach forward and straighten your spine, pulling your shoulders away into the space, hands away into the space, stretch the spine. This is now strength, yeah, spine strength. Finding your lower back is complaining. Right elbow and right knee. 3, 2, pull, stretch, and 1. Hand on knee to pull yourself up. Other side, back strength, yeah? Then just forward leaning into it as if you're going to, I don't know, somebody's going to pass you a chair from a moving truck. And you're just trying to get it there. And then stretch to try and get that chair. 5, 4, stretch the spine. 2, if it's too much, left elbow on left knee. 1, left hand on left knee, and we come up. Okay. Good. Let's do some nice stretches now. Just stand in Tadasana. Tadasana is mountain pose. So to do this Tadasana, have your feet lined up in the right orientation of what your ankles, knees, and hips give you, yeah? Don't listen to square legs or 45. The natural position is what your 3 joints give you. And then from there, core engage, chest open, arms to the side, cervical spine straighten, and then just pull that crown of your head to the sky. Maybe close your eyes and just find a moment of introspection here. Centering. And then we're going to start some stretching. Arms up, breathing in. Just stretch the shoulders towards the sky, and then arms down, breathing out. Arms up, breathing in. Really stretch spine from the hips. And then arms down, release. Next time, going on your toes, breathing in, arms up on the toes, stretch everything. And out, release the heels and hands down. One more time, arms up on your toes, stretch everything, fill up the lungs. Stay in the position, continue breathing. Every in-breath you go more stretched on the toes, lifting the arms, hands up. Continue breathing, 2 more breaths. And then release everything down. A variation of that is going to be now. Now, again, have your feet how they feel natural, maybe, and then arms up without stretching. Upwards, what we're going to do now is open to the side. Hips are going to stay where they are. I'm just going to open my shoulders to the side. Maybe touch your left hip to bring it forward. I'm going to try and have the hips square in front of the mat and the shoulders to the side. Breathe in, arms up. Other side. Tap your left hip forward. Breathe in, arms up. Left side. Let's just pulse this side to side. Yes, remember your hips. Breathe in, arms up. To the right. Up. Left side. 3 more on each side at your own count. On your last one, hands down and relax. Let's do a classic tree pose. This is now just pure balance, yeah? So right foot, it's engaged. We're not going to do the foot exercise today, but at least become aware what your arch is doing, yeah? See if you can avoid this pronation into the center. Lift everything up from the lower leg. So we got a nice deep arch, and that should be for everyday walking if we can remember. And then from there, now 3 variations of tree: baby tree, little tree, and mummy tree. Now to keep this variation of the tree, I find that making a little bit of pressure, foot to thigh, helps me. Then again, core engage, broad shoulders and arms up. Maybe clasping the hand, not clasping, hands in prayer pose, or slightly out. I have stiff shoulders, so I open my arms. That's okay too. Find the balance. Lots of work on the ankle. Lots of signals going from the brain to all the muscles, all the leg, and that's what we need to try and keep nicely greased or lubricated. Keep those signals going. We lose signals as the body ages. We lose connections as the body ages. 3, 2, stretch up. Open the hips. Open the chest. 1, hands to prayer pose. And release that foot. Other side. Left foot down. Open the arch. Increase the arch. Baby tree. Young tree. And mummy tree. Once again, find your balance. Engage your core, just toning it up. Chest and arms. Lifting the shoulders up, engaging the core, opening the chest, opening the hip. 5, 4, 3, lifting up, stretch the spine, hands to chest prayer pose, and we release the tree. Great, lovely. Okay, one last balance pose is a classic, it's moon, half moon, but we're going to today reverse it, yeah? So we're going to do the normal half moon, which is that one, and then we're going to reverse it, which is that one. So prepare your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can use, furniture, chair, walls. Walls are yogi's friends. So once again, weight on the right leg. Maybe you can try and just feel before we jump onto it. Just feel how that leg is engaged. We should have nice arch on the foot, engage the kneecap and the hip engage. And then from there, boom, weight on that, just on that leg, tip forward. You got long arms, you can touch the ground. I have short arms. So I'm going to use my block. Or you can use, as I say, the wall is your friend. And then from there, once you actually got your balance there, the beauty of the half moon is bringing this hip to the side, opening the hip to the side, chest to the side. And this in itself is a lovely practice. And if you can take that left arm up, push the heel to the wall. 5, breathe deep. 4, deep breath. 3, 2, last deep breath, open everything up. Continue breathing, continue holding the position. Continue breathing, continue breathing, and then hold the position, open the chest, push the heel back, strong right leg, and then release everything to the middle. Okay, that's last little stretch I asked for. I do, and then I ask for, because that's in the limit when the muscles at the edge of that position are being stretched, yeah? Also the strength, you're finding the strength. So if you're uncomfortable, then you won't be able to do that final stretch. But if you're comfortable and just, sitting there having your gin tonic, then boom, that final stretch is the lovely part of the exercise. Strong foot, strong knee, strong hip, and then weight on that leg. Tip forward. See, the wall is your friend. Wall or brick or a chair, and then open the hip, open the chest, and we're on half moon. Again, heel to the back wall, right shoulder up. Some people here would look at the right hand. I don't. That's up to you. If you feel that your cervical spine is also good and you don't lose your balance, then you can look up at that hand. Open the chest, strong left leg, push the heel down. 5. Breathing. 4. 3. Inhale deep, open everything. 2. Deep inhale. 1. Continue breathing. And then this is the moment we just open everything up, stretch everything, and release everything to the middle. Okay. Loosen up. Now we're going to do the other variation, but much shorter. We're not going to stay there for so long because it's more challenging, and also because we've done a lot of work today on our legs. So obviously the other variation is going to be right leg. I'm going to do it facing that way because now I'm going to be twisting in that direction, so I'm looking at the camera. So the right leg is the one that's taking the weight. We take the weight on that right leg. Left hand is the one that goes down this time. Okay, and then this is in itself is a nice exercise. But if you want to go for revolved half moon, then take the right shoulder up, kick the left heel to the back. 5, 4, 3, twist and release. If that was too quick, then I give you 3 breaths to do it again. Maybe sometimes people are looking, and then by the time I finish, you are starting. Okay, that was the 3 breaths. Other side, so now it's going to be the left leg is going to take the weight, tipping forward, and then the right hand is taking the block. And then from there, we're going to open in the opposite direction, left side, kicking that heel back, open the chest to the left. 5, 4, 3, twist, push, kick the heel to the back, and release to the middle. Okay, it's a different, different level of challenge, but that's good that we're trying them. And then we're going to just try and relax in our Malasana squat pose. Come down to your squat. For those who are new and struggling with the squat, I'll repeat as in every class. Roll the blanket and put it under your heels. Yeah, for those who cannot squat with your heels down. Because it's a nice feeling to actually be able to put your weight down, whether it be on the floor or on the blanket. This is a resting position. Resting not as in like collapsing like this. Hold the pelvic floor engaged and then push your knees with your elbows, but you can relax or at least rest a little bit. And today we're going to do a different variation of this, which is the broken wing. And you remember the very sad position called broken wing, which is actually very deep stretch of the shoulder here. So I'm going to put the back of my wrist on the inside of my tummy, of my hip here, like a, well, anyhow. And then this, now I'm going to engage the back of the elbow on the inside of the knee, and then just pull up. Right, this is a very unnatural position, so I'll do it again in case somebody's missed it. The back of the hand on the inside of the fold here in the hip, and then come back to your squat, outside of the elbow on the inside of the knee, and then by actually pushing gently with the other hand, you're actually doing a deep opening of that elbow, of that shoulder. You have dislocated shoulders, maybe you shouldn't try this, but if not, then it's good, yeah? Taking everything to the limit, stressing the joints, makes them more flexible and stronger. 3, 2, and release the arm. The other side, the inside of the elbow, of the wrist, on the fold of the hip, outside of the elbow, on the inside of the knee, and then once again. So we've done this on the floor before, but this is a different variation. We can actually continue with the squat, engaging the pelvic floor, working on the Achilles, calves, and then just also doing this work on this left shoulder. 3, 2, and release gently that shoulder. And from there, maybe with your hands behind, fall to the ground, stretch your legs, let them be fed with the flow of your prana, your blood, your fluids. Release the legs. Okay. And then from there we have something we haven't done for a long time, which is rocking the baby. Let's see. So let's do right leg straight, and then we're gonna grab the baby here and rock it. Yeah, if you've got weak knee, then maybe be very conscious of this, but what we're gonna be working on is the left hip mainly, yeah? So I'm gonna try and get my outside of the right foot inside the fold of my right elbow, left elbow on the knee, or whatever variation. You can be grabbing it here. Some people grab it like this. Just grab the baby and then just rock. Now here we should try and have the spine straight and the chest open as we rock the baby to sleep. And notice the work that's happening is here on the right, on the left hip. 3. Bring it closer to the chest if you're not feeling enough. 2. And then gently release foot and knee. Other side. So once again, there are many ways of grabbing it. I try and put the fold, the outside of the foot in my left fold, elbow fold, and then the right elbow on the right knee, and then just rock the baby. Try and straighten the spine, chest out. And then just release. Pat, 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 pat. And this is a nice leading to fire log pose, which is again very deep stretch of the hips, but a lot of stress on the knees. If the knees are healthy, you should be okay. If the knees are not healthy, then okay, the knees are not healthy, then I would encourage you to do this one, yeah? Where we're also working the right hip, but we're actually not putting so much stress on the knee. If not, we're gonna do fire log, which basically means stacking the left or the right lower leg on the left lower leg. Now, the actual position before you do it would be to stack the right ankle on the left knee and then just try and bring the hips down. This might be too much for some people. So variation 2 will be to put a block in front there and putting that heel there, yeah? So you have this sort of gentler position. Even gentler, in fact, yeah, if your knees are not too good or you find it very hard, the other variation is just simply to cross your legs in front of you. We're gonna lean into it, and we're still working the heels, the ankles there, yeah? So I'm gonna go for the full one. You got 3 variations to choose from. So the full one would be heel or knee. Now try not to let this the foot go in this position because it's going to have an effect on the knee. So try and actually square the foot there as if you're walking, yeah? And this one to an extent as well. And then once you're actually there, as you can see, I'm still working on it. I still have a gap on here on the right knee, but that's fine. If it doesn't feel as if I'm kind of collapsing, then that's fine. I've got my hip bones on the ground. So this is a fair game for the knees and for the hips. Yes, we're going to hold these for 3-5 breaths. And then just enjoy the moment. Yeah, the top half of the body should be like having a holiday. The bottom half, especially the hips, are really opening deeply here. Again, maybe you can close your eyes, just feel what's stretching. I can feel here the outside of my right hip especially. Then for the challengers, we're going to lean into it, lean forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, and coming back out. 1. Come out by actually lifting the legs, so we're not putting stress on the hips when it's in that mega stretch formation. And then we change sides. So remember, variation 1, variation 2 is with the block, putting the foot on the block. And then the last variation is actually the full fire lock pose, which is heel on knee, foot in 45 degrees. Adjust your hips so that you're actually flat on the ground. As you can see, I have a gap still here. That's what I'm working towards closing, but that's fair enough. If it was super big, then maybe, well, I think the measure is if your hips are not on the ground, then you should be doing one of the other variations. And then there, just enjoy the pose. The last 3 breaths, those who would like the extra sensation, just lean into it. Coming back to the center, releasing the position by actually physically lifting the leg and putting it in front of you. And once again, bringing the legs forward. Maybe here be a good time to do a little bit of a windscreen wipe, which is just basically dropping the 2 knees to the right, 2 knees to the left, 2 knees to the right, 2 knees to the left. Good. Right, everyone's favorite. It looks like a pigeon, it walks like a pigeon, and it talks like a pigeon, and it's a pigeon. Okay, left foot, left leg forward at 90 degrees. Well, not 90, maybe 30 degrees, or we'll adjust it now. And then the back leg goes back, and then you can pull the back leg back, and you now we realize that this angle here, which I'm actually not really facing the camera, this angle here will determine how much stress you're going to put on your knee. Yeah. So if you bring it right 90 degrees, then you're obviously going to put a lot of stress on the knee, which is okay if you can handle it. If your knee is good. You can have 30 degrees. If your knee is very delicate, you can have 0 degrees. You can actually be literally having a locked knee, yeah? So I will find my own angle, maybe between 30 and 45, and then bringing that left leg, walking my left foot back so that I can actually come to King Pigeon. Now, King Pigeon is where the hips are facing forward, so I'm not collapsing this way, collapsing the other way, but I'm actually facing forward. So King Pigeon, we're lifting up, lifting the chest up, we're having a nice deep bend on the lower back there, which is also good. And then from there, we're going to just come towards the end of the class. A couple of long, relaxing poses, which is just lean into this thigh, stretching the back of the hip here, putting your hands in front of you, elbows in front of you, and then maybe chest to thigh or chest to ground, and just enjoy this position for a few breaths. Should be a deep stretching there. We're not sort of lying down having a siesta here or a nap. Should be a nice deep stretch. Right, coming back up, pushing with the hands, and just for a moment lift the right leg up, and optionally grab that foot with the left hand. Seeing that we're in this position already, we might as well do a little bit of a quad stretching and just bring that heel towards the butt. This is really totally optional, but it's just we're already here, and it's just a nice stretch of the quad and a twist to the spine. 3, 2, and don't snap the foot down, just release it gently, and then just collapse to your butt, and then we swap sides. So find the angle of the front leg, and then walk your left foot back. Being pigeon by pulling the chest up towards the sky. Then we're going to do the lying down pigeon, hands in front of you, elbows, and then maybe chest to the ground. Keep pushing with your arms to come out of it. Either stay in this position, or we're going to do the stretch. Lift the back foot up. With the right hand, we grab that foot, or maybe if you got the belt, this is where the belt comes in hand as well. So with the belt or with the hand, and then just bring that heel to the butt, to the glute, at the same time as you open the chest to the side. So we have a nice twist, stretch, and quad stretch here. 3, 2, and 1. Now snapping, release. Come to our butt. We lie on our back. Maybe just gonna walk windscreen wipe our legs here, just to release the hips, which are the ones that work at the end. And then from there, we go straight to a Shavasana. So everybody lie down. Relax the body on your back. It's now 9 o'clock. It's now the end of the physical class. If people want to stay for 5 minutes to do a guided relaxation, then please do stay. If you need to go, thank you. Thanks for coming. And we'll see you Wednesday. Remember, we have an extra class which doesn't become an activity in Internations, but you can find it in the wall, or you can join my WhatsApp group, which is in my Internations profile. There is a link there, and then you'll get notified of the link every Wednesday evening at this time. Thank you. Namaste. And those who are staying, just relax the body. Have one last first quick scan of the body as you're lying down. Your hips, how your hips feeling? How your shoulders feeling? Are they relaxed? Your neck. We haven't done any work on the neck today, so just check the neck, how it is. And then I'm going to guide you just to move your attention about the body. It's just a nice way of keeping monkey mind out of the way, yeah? So just let's have the awareness starting in our hearts, yeah? Or the chest, maybe the the chest, start with the chest. If you don't know, if you cannot find where the heart is, start with the chest. And then just very, very quietly, see if you can feel maybe the throbbing of the blood pulsating onto the skin, onto the fingers, maybe around the neck. We might be able to, very quiet, feel the blood pulsating somewhere in our bodies. You don't know where to concentrate, then go straight to the area around the heart. See if you can find the pulsations of the heart. From there, we become aware of the lungs. Without doing any strenuous breathing, just in a normal breathing, just feel your lungs gently filling and gently emptying. Just the movement like a wave of the rib cage. That movement, we can also become aware of the diaphragmatic breathing, which just basically means the tummy blowing out and blowing in. Diaphragm breathing, again, just awareness of how our belly pulls in and pushes out. Okay, without forcing the breathing, just the natural breathing we're doing right now. From that abdominal breathing, we just take our awareness to the hips, directly to the hips. Maybe you can muscular memorize or have a muscular memory of the stretching that we did in the pigeon, in the rocking the baby, and in so many other poses. Just feel that area that was stretched then. Awareness to the thighs, the front being the quad, the back being the hamstrings. Again, various exercises we did without actually going through the motions, just have a muscular memory of what we stretched. Similarly, we go to the lower legs. There's the calves are the main muscle there that we worked on. We also try and feel all the muscles we use when we actually arch the foot without thinking or having any mental images, just feeling awareness of the lower leg and what muscles worked as we pull the arch up. Go to the foot or the feet, doing both at the same time this time. Again, the feet, there's over 20 bones in each foot. We worked on the arch of the foot today, just awareness of the foot, feet, left and right. Shooting back up to the hips, from there the torso, from the torso awareness of the shoulders. Awareness of the upper arms. Remember those push-ups we did? See if you can feel the triceps. Also feel the biceps and everything in between. Down to the forearms, wrists and hands. Back to the shoulders, from the shoulders to the neck, awareness of the neck. Especially the back side, we've got these strong muscles holding the skull. Just be aware of those. I think they're continuations of the trapezium. Just strong muscles holding the skull. See if you can be aware of those muscles. From there to the scalp, awareness of the scalp. Over to the forehead. Eyebrows. Eyes, outside and inside. Nose, external and internal nose. Mouth, external and internal. Chin, jawbone, leading to the ear, outside and inside ear. Expand to awareness of our whole face. Smile. Feel the ripple through the body. What a smile actually means, the energy it conveys, it transmits. Awareness of the head. And the neck. And the shoulders. And the arms, torso, and the hips, and finally the legs. Full awareness of your physical state right now. And in this lovely place, let's just spend a few breaths, a couple of minutes, just in our own presence and explore deeper inside. And then at this point, you're quite very welcome to stay. Just ignore the next instructions, or we can start moving our fingers, then moving our head, our neck. Have a little stretch, a morning stretch. Coming back into the room and finishing our weekend with that. I'm going to stop the recording